This is the second video of a claim-based authorization series. In this video, I will configure the entity framework core, create and apply first migration. With first migration, I will add data in the database. I will add one admin user and its claims and role so we can test and add other users. We will add a project in the solution in which we will add entity classes and app context class and migrations. This is optional and it's up to you. You can do everything in a one project, but in this video, I will go with this approach. Right click on solution, add and click on new project. Select language C Sharp, project type library. Select this template and click on next button. Library name claim.data. Click on the next button. Framework.NET 6. Click on create button. Now I will add packages of entity framework core and identity. Click on tool, new get package manager and click on second one. Click on browse tab, search entity framework core. Click on Microsoft Entity Framework Core. To install, you have to select the project first. So we will install it in the claim.data project. Click on install button. Second package, SQL Server. Click on package and install it. Third package, Entity Framework Core Design. Select and install. Now we will install identity packages. Entity Framework Core Identity. Select and install. Last package for identity store not present in this list. This one, click on it and install. In install tab, we can see install packages. Now we will add entity classes. Add folder in the project for entity classes. Folder name entities. First entity class is app user, which will inherit identity user. Identity user has user properties. If you want to add more properties, then you can use app user class. Here I will give ID type int. If you don't give type, then by default string GUID will be used for user ID. Right click on identity user, click on go to definition. You can see identity user properties, username, email, password. We will use app user as a wrapper so we can add more properties. I will add three properties, full name, create date and modify date. Now I will add database context class. I will name this class app db context. This app db context class will inherit identity db context class. Add entity framework core namespace. We have to pass identity user and identity role to identity db context class. So in our case, we will pass app user, import app user namespace, identity role, ID type int, and third type is int. Import the identity role namespace, add constructor, db context option, pass app db context. We will save the claims in database, so we will create entity class for it. We will add entity class in the entities folder. Class name app user claim. Public. I will add following properties. ID, claim type, claim value, created date and modified date. We will add data with migration, this thing known as data seeding. Data seeding is a process of populating database with an initial set of data. We will add following data in the database: claims, roles, one user who will be admin with the following claims. There are several ways of data seeding in Entity Framework Core. We will go with model seed data. We will use onModel creating method of DB context class. Go to definition of identity DB context class. Identity DB context definition. Here you can see this method. We will override this method. Copy this method. Paste here. First we will add claims builder.entity type app user has data method. In this method we can pass list of app user claims object id1 claim type claim value created date datetime.utc now and modify date. We will use claim values on multiple places, so I will store these values in our variables. I will add one project in the solution. Right click on solution, add new project, claim.helper. Rename this file constants. In this file, I will store the string values in the variables with read-only keywords. These are just strings. We will use these strings in the projects. Admin, manager, employee. I have stored these claims in the constant field, which are following: add manager, edit manager, delete manager, get manager, add employee, edit employee, delete employee, get employee. Here I will use those constant string. Import helper project in the claim.data project. Builder.entityType app user claim.has data. In this method, I will pass a list of claims. Admin claims, claim type admin, and values are add manager, edit manager, delete manager, and get manager. Manager claims, claim type manager, and values are add employee, edit employee, delete employee, and get employee. Now we will see the roles in the database. Builder.entityType identity role dot has data. We will pass 3 roles. We are using auto increment primary key, so it should be a auto incremented value, otherwise you will get error. Role admin, manager, and employee. Now we will seed one user who will be admin, user and email admin@admin.com. Password must be in hash, so we will use password hasher class to hash password. We will pass this user object to builder.entityType app user.has data. Now we will seed the role of this user. We will make this user admin and we know the user and role ID. Now we will see the claims of this user. This user will have all claims. Claim type admin. Claim values are add manager, edit manager, delete manager, and get manager. Manager claims. Claim type manager. Values are add, edit, delete, and get employee. Last thing, we have to call base class method and pass this builder object as a parameter. Base dot on model creating and pass this builder object. Now we will add connection string in app.setting.json file. Don't forget to add comma. Connection string, curly braces, default connection string, server, localhost, initial catalog, database name, claim database 1, ID and password. Now we will configure DB context class in a program.cs file. We will configure in a services method as a service. Builder.services.addDBContext. Type appdbContext class. Import claim.data project. We are using SQL database, so we will use SQL database provider. You can use other databases too. Import SQL database provider namespace. Builder.configuration.get. It's get connection string. Copy connection string name from app.setting.json file. Next, we will configure identity. Builder.services. Add identity. Type app user. Identity role. Type int. Add entity framework store. AppDB context class. Next, we will run migration commands. First, we have to install one package in main project. Add this design package in a main project. Now open package manager console from tool. Type this command .NET EF. Press enter. If you see this unicorn image, then it's mean your system has this tool. Otherwise, install this tool by running this command. Type dir. You should be in a root directory to run these commands where we have solution file .NET EF migrations add name create initial -s main project name -p add project name in which we have appdb context class claim.data. In our case, press enter. Claim.data, you can see migration folder. You can see database schema and initial data script. Now we will apply this migration. .NET EF update database. You will see this error if you don't specify main project and sub project. Database update. I removed EF. Type EF, press enter. No error. Refresh database. You can see claim database 1. We can check database name from app.setting.json file. Database name claim database 1. Now we will check initial data which we seeded in on creating model function. ASP.NET user. We have one user. App user claim table. We have a claims in this table. In user claim table, we have user claims. We seeded this data with migration. I will end this video here. In the next video, I will add service project and create one service. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.